The DSS headquarters is boiling. Nigeria government has returned with more shocking claims. Nnamdi Kanu cited at the DSS HQ this morning after accusing that his smuggling had transmitted from London for Biafra radio. The Nigerian government is now doubling down, saying that this is not just a radio but a weapon of war. But for you to understand what is happening, please watch this video.
Exposing Nigeria government's failed blackmail tactics against the peaceful Biafra freedom movement. For over a decade, the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, have advocated for the restoration of the sovereign state of Biafra through peaceful and legal means of referendum, a self-determination right enshrined in the United Nations Charter. At the forefront of this movement is Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, whose unwavering leadership has inspired millions across the Biafran homeland and the diaspora. Despite IPOB's nonviolent stance and repeated calls for peaceful resolution, Nigeria government and its military establishment continues to orchestrate a systematic campaign of blackmail, misinformation, and psychological warfare aimed at discrediting the Biafra freedom movement. The Nigeria government, in collaboration with mainstream media houses, have employed relentless propaganda to distort the true nature of IPOB's mission. Headlines are carefully crafted to associate the movement with violence, terrorism, or secessionist militancy, even when no evidence supports these claims. Peaceful rallies and civil protests are often framed as uprisings, while security forces are portrayed as defenders of national unity even in the face of documented human rights abuses. This media narrative is designed to manipulate public perception and isolate IPOB from international sympathy and support. Journalists sympathetic to the Biafra cause are intimidated, harassed, or censored, creating an information blackout that allows state-sponsored disinformation to dominate the airwaves. Perhaps the most insidious tactic has been the Nigeria government's ongoing effort to associate IPOB with criminality. From kidnappings to armed robbery, any incident involving unidentified individuals in the southeastern region is hastily attributed to IPOB without investigation or due process. This strategy not only aims to tarnish the group's image, but also to justify the militarization of Biafran territories. The Department of State Services, DSS, and the Nigerian Army have repeatedly been caught fabricating stories, manufacturing evidence, and coercing confessions to frame IPOB members or sympathizers. These agencies have a pattern of announcing the capture of so-called IPOB militants, only to quietly release them later when the allegations collapse under scrutiny. Central to this blackmail campaign is the continued targeting of IPOB leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Since his extraordinary rendition in 2021 from Kenya, a blatant violation of international law, the Nigeria government have sought to label him a criminal despite numerous court rulings granting him bail or ordering his release. Rather than respecting the judicial process, the government have used every tool in its arsenal to demonize Kanu, including planting stories in the press and circulating doctored videos or statements purporting to show his involvement in violence. This vilification campaign is a deliberate strategy to sever the emotional and ideological bond between Kanu and the Biafran people. Yet, despite this, Kanu's influence remains unshaken, and IPOB continues to draw strength from his vision of a free and just Biafra. In the face of this relentless blackmail, IPOB have responded with remarkable discipline and clarity. The group continues to emphasize its peaceful intentions and legal right to self-determination under international law. Through its media and publicity department, IPOB have successfully debunked numerous state-sponsored falsehoods, often providing photographic, video, and eyewitness evidence that contradicts official narratives. Moreover, IPOB have called upon international human rights bodies, foreign governments, and legal institutions to monitor and investigate Nigeria's conduct toward Biafrans. This includes the use of excessive force, unlawful detentions, and the extrajudicial killings of peaceful protesters. The world is beginning to take notice, as reports from Amnesty International and Human Rights Watch have already confirmed many of these abuses. The Nigeria government's blackmail tactics against the peaceful Biafra movement, ranging from propaganda and criminal framing to psychological operations, are not just acts of desperation, but clear violations of fundamental human rights. These attempts to delegitimize IPOB only strengthen the resolve of the Biafran people and expose the authoritarian nature of the Nigerian state. The quest for Biafra liberation is not a crime. Asking for freedom is not terrorism. The world must see through the smokescreen of lies and support the inalienable right of all peoples to self-determination. The peaceful path to Biafra is still possible if the truth is allowed to prevail. IPOB will continue to shine the light, exposing every lie and confronting every injustice until Biafra is free. Family Writers Press International.
The strongest fan base. Do you know why I call this fan base the strongest? Because even if they no see their master for complete 10 years, they are still loyal to their master. Nnamdi Kanu's fan base. This is the strongest fan base on social media. And this very fan base, you really need to deal with them with respect and love. You get why? You get why? Because person, we're ready to die for person where you love. We're ready to go to prison for person where you love. No be that kind of person where you supposed to come to social media and be arguing with, and be insulting, and be doing the gara-gara with. Check them. You know how many people we don't buy for Nnamdi Kanu? You know how many people we still they ready to buy because of him? You know how many people we still ready to risk their freedom and enter prison because of him? How many person feel attract that kind of loyalty for this country as a whole? That kind of loyalty not be waiting give away if he do for you. If you like carry 500 billion naira, do give away for social media. If you know if he get that kind of loyalty for you. And you see that fan base, their own loyalty is dangerous. Be careful with them. Respect them and love them. Okay? Even though you are right and they are wrong, as long as you live in the southeast or you are from southeast, respect them and treat them with love. Don't argue. So this fan base is the most strongest. You see, because be the video, all of this fan base, they bow for this one. Because this one not a joke. This one feel knock for your door. You open and they go strike you there. That is the extent they love their Messiah. So person will feel sacrifice in life. Now you go they argue with on social media. Respect yourself when you see them. Respect yourself when you see them. As long as you are from this side, respect yourself. This fan base know the joke. They know the joke.
Thanks for watching this video. Now, let's go back to what happened in court last week on June 13. DSS surprised everyone when they presented a strange box. Inside was a transmitter, brand new leather. They claim Nnamdi Kanu smuggled it to spread propaganda against Nigeria government. The prosecutor told the court that this is high-power transmitter for illegal broadcasting linked to Biafra Radio. But the French prosecutor asked them one simple question: how it was ever switched on, and that how can you use it as a proof of transmission. The DSS tried to connect the transmitter to a grand planned digital wall for Biafra Radio, but they cannot prove it and that it was used. But here is the proof that the transmitter was never used to exhibit violence. This is why many people believe that this is not about national security. It is about a concept by the Nigerian government to silence a voice of a great leader. Thanks for watching, and God bless you.